Working with integers, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing positive and negative numbers. The one phrase you should remember when you're working with positive and negative numbers is S plus D minus. This simple phrase works with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so with adding integers, the S plus will stand for if the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign. Same signs, add. The D minus stands for if the signs are different, subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. D, different, minus, subtract. S plus D minus. So, for example, if we have 5 plus 2, you've known this forever, the signs are the same, so you add and keep the sign. So 5 plus 2 will give you 7. Okay, negative 5 plus 2. Well, the signs are different, so we're going to subtract the numbers and keep the sign of the larger number. Well, 5 minus 2 is 3. The 5 is larger, so negative 5 plus 2 is going to be negative 3. The next example, 5 plus negative 2. Again, the signs are different, so we subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So 5 plus negative 2, 5 minus 2 is 3. The 5 is positive, so the result is positive 3. Okay, the last example for addition, negative 5 plus negative 2. The signs are the same, so we're going to add the numbers and keep the sign of the larger number. So 5 plus 2 is 7. They're both negative, so the sum is negative 7. Subtracting integers. Subtracting a positive is going to give you the same result as adding a negative. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. Examples. So if you have 5 minus 2, well, again, this is something that you have been doing for a very long time, but we're going to convert it to working with integers. So we can say 5 minus 2 is the same as 5 plus negative 2. Okay, we subtract the numbers and keep the sign of the larger number, so we end up with a positive 3. Negative 5 minus 2 would give us the equivalent of negative 5 plus negative 2. Since the signs are the same, we're going to add and keep the sign, so the result is negative 7. 5 minus negative 2, well, the two negatives become positives. So 5 minus a negative 2 is the equivalent of 5 plus positive 2. Well, 5 plus 2 is positive 7. In the last example, negative 5 minus a negative 2. Again, we're subtracting a negative, and whenever you minus a negative, it becomes plus a positive. So the signs are different now. Negative 5 plus positive 2. We subtract and keep the sign of the larger number, so we end up with the result of negative 3. Multiplying integers. Again, the S plus D minus comes into play when we're multiplying positives and negatives. Okay, so for the S plus, if the signs are the same, the product is positive. So same signs, positive. For the D minus, if the signs are different, the product is negative. Different signs, negative. Examples. So if we take 5 times 2, they're both positive, So the sign will be positive. 5 times 2 is a positive 10. Negative 5 times 2, well, the signs are different, so the product is negative. So negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. 5 times negative 2, again, different signs, negative result, so negative 10. And negative 5 times negative 2, the signs are the same, so the result is a positive 10. Dividing integers. The s plus d minus will work with dividing integers in the same way it worked with multiplying integers. So if the signs are the same, the quotient is positive. If the signs are different, the quotient is negative. Examples. If we have positive 6 divided by positive 2, the sign's the same, so the result is a positive 3. Negative 6 divided by positive 2, different signs, the quotient is negative, so the answer would be a negative 3. A positive 6 divided by a negative 2, same idea. The numbers have different signs, so the answer is negative. So the result would be a negative 3. And negative 6 divided by a negative 2, well, the signs are the same, so the result would be a positive 3. Now it's your turn. Remember to write down the question as well as the answer on a piece of paper. Don't forget, if you get stuck, you can always go back and re-watch any of the sections or examples. Good luck!